Hello, I'm Old Woolly, and welcome to Songwriting Journey with Old Woolly. In this episode, titled Starting with the Why, I want to explore the question that was asked of me when I first started playing guitar and singing together. Someone I trusted asked, "Why do you want to do that? What do you want to achieve with it?" At that time, I'd already become proficient in playing bass guitar for over 20 years. I'd played mandolin for more than 3 years, yet singing and playing together with the guitar seemed like a challenge. Although I won't delve into the specifics of my answer back then, I found the question itself to be a valuable tool for guiding my progress in songwriting. You see, self-reflection and purposeful introspection can help us identify areas in which our work needs to improve. Nobody is born with innate talent. You have to work at it. So in any creative endeavour, being able to focus on our goals and reflect on what needs to improve is a critical part. For example, if our goal is to connect with the audience, we might need to understand how songs are received by other people and what people appreciate in music. This understanding could lead us to sing louder or clearer or in a simpler manner. On the other hand, if our goal is to make our music more sophisticated, we might explore ways to express a mature point of view, evoke specific moods, or incorporate subtext. So why am I songwriting? What do I want to achieve with my music? Personally, I have multiple answers. I oscillate between writing to entertain others and creating enjoyable and accessible music, and writing is a reflection of the human condition, examining and exploring life's fallacies. To explain this view further, I must say that I have a deep appreciation of people. I want to empathise with those who are struggling and uplift everyone through shared experiences and emotional connections. That's a lot, I know, but this idea guides my choices in songwriting. It helps me determine if a piece is accessible or if it veers into being purposefully mean without achieving a specific mood or vibe. Choices we make in songwriting and editing are entwined. Answering these questions informs our creations, eventually shaping our taste, voice, and what people refer to as a talent. So let's dive into an example from my early days as a lyricist, back when I was 16 and heavily influenced by bands like Guns N' Roses and the Rolling Stones. The song was titled Just a Bitch, inspired by a friend who was ghosted by a friend who'd pursued him. I must admit, I remain embarrassed by the lines from the chorus that I remember to this day. Okay, let's take those lines and rework them together. I'll write them down on a piece of paper, discuss what I aim to achieve with these lines, integrate some new concepts, and we'll come up with an edited version combining 2 or 3 lines to improve upon the original. Here we go. It's going to be a bit lo-fi, but I think we can do it. Here's the page here, and I have my points that I want to talk about. I'll read out the lyrics. You're just a bitch, no other words explain it. You play with my feelings and treat me like shit. I don't give hate away. People like you just claim it. Now, we all know that's bad. Don't get too worried about that. Let's start delving into what we need from it. First things first, we need a point of view. We need to know who's speaking and why and who they're talking to. Now, it's pretty simple from this, that it's about a guy and a girl or someone and someone else, you know. I think encapsulating the idea is, I thought you liked me, which I'll write down. And we got the chase. We've got the where are you, fall flat, emotional desert. Which I've just written as emotional desert here on the page. And then we've got the idea of confusion and kind of anger. That's pretty much it. So what I'd like to do then is we think, I thought you liked me. Why don't we say that in the character's voice? You were the one who came after me. You were the one who came after me. and we're talking about the chase. What's the perspective here? I felt flattered. That's a bit lame. I started to feel something. Right, here we go. My heart slowly became yours. Emotional desert. We need to say something. It might be more reasonable to say something contemporary like ghosted. Or we can have an analogy or something like that. It's like, then I was left all on my own, or it ended so suddenly and I didn't know. Let's write that down. And I didn't know. Why my love became anger. Was it a game? Did you trick me? Why am I angry? All right, so that's conceptual lines, and I can go through and start thinking about rhyming couplets. I can start going through and making it more in the voice of the character, and talk about, you were the one who connected, came after me. It's like, how do we do that? Do we do that with a message or a note, or your girlfriend told me you were interested? All right, something like that. Or Susie told me you wanted a date. Something will start working like that. Or you were hanging around my locker. Right? Let's write that one down instead of the first line. You were hanging around my locker. And it's obviously going to have, in this case, I wanted to kind of have that late high school kind of vibe. And so I asked you to the prom. Not exactly happy with that, but we can move on there. The weeks went by and your interest died. Why did you lead me on? So that's what I've got so far. You were hanging around my locker, so I asked you to the prom. The weeks went by and your interest died. Oh, now I can't read my own handwriting. But why did you lead me on? Okay, so that's a little bit more songy. It's a little bit more in a shot of a picture of what's happening or a conversation. And it's not just accusation. And it is still starting to show a bit of that humanity, of the fallacy of hope and stuff like that. So it needs a couple more goes through, but I'm pretty happy with that as a initial pass through. Certainly no cringe factor like I had with the other one. Certainly doesn't have to be using curse words or anything like that. So that's a go. I don't think I'll use it, but maybe I will. It's in the book now, and I'll come back and let you know if I've got some verses for it. All right. Have a go with your own bad attempts you've already done. And I'll get you to like and subscribe if you like, and turn on notifications if you can. And see you back later on for more of the songwriting journey, and hope to hear a bit more about where you're up to in your songwriting journey. Put up some lyrics if you want to really get them bombed by the other comments, and see what people can come up with. See you later.